Hello, beautiful people, and welcome to your reading. I'm Clarity Bay. I'm a psychic tarot intuitive, and in your reading, I'm going to give you clear insight on what his current thoughts and feelings are about you. I'm going to give you everything that Spirit gives to me and not leave anything out. Please take one moment to click that like and subscribe button. Hit that bell notification so that you do not miss an important video message. Let's get straight into your reading. Meditate here on the three piles. Pick the one that calmly draws you the most. This would be 1, 2, and 3. Let's get straight into your reading. Hello, beautiful group 1, and welcome to your reading. I'm Clarity Bay. I'm a psychic tarot intuitive, and in your reading, I'm going to give you clear insight on what's his current thoughts and feelings about you. What is going on inside of his mind? Is he planning to take an action towards you? What is really happening? I'm going to give you everything that Spirit gives to me and not leave anything out. Please take one moment to click that like and subscribe button. Hit that bell notification so that you do not miss an important video message. Let's get straight into your reading. So I can see here your energy, it naturally attracts you here to the lemon slices. And this is a wonderful choice for you because the color yellow, it represents calmness, it represents purity, and also it represents a sunshine, brightness, and fun. So this is an excellent choice for your energy to be drawn to. But we're going to see what cards you do have and find out what his thoughts and feelings are about you. I'm going to go really in depth with this reading to give you such wonderful clarity on this person. And the card that you do have is the Justice card. So with the Justice card, we do see the balancing of scales here. So I can see that this is definitely a relationship where there was some sort of unfairness going on, some sort of discord. I'm also picking up a Libra energy, especially with the scales here. There's some Libra energy prominent in this person's birth chart. Their sun, moon, or rising, or even in their Venus placements, as well as the 7th house of relationship. Libra could also be very present in your birth chart in those top areas. And if it is, this is a very strong confirmation here in your reading. But nevertheless, with the Justice cards coming up, as far as his feelings and thoughts towards you, I feel as if he is thinking about how you're doing in life, what you're doing. He feels like that the truth is going to come out sooner or later, that you are seeking the truth regarding a situation in the relationship. And he's thinking about that night and day, like that truth is going to come out. But nevertheless, Spirit wants me to encourage you that there is a win-win situation when it comes to the relationship dynamic with this person. So let's pull more cards. Thank you, Spirit. What are his current thoughts and feelings about you? And you have here the Knight of Pentacles. That is earth energy, a very strong earth energy and physical energy. And you have here the citrine crystal. I love the citrine crystal showing up, especially since you did choose the dried lemon slices here, because we did speak about how the color yellow represents brightness. Okay, so this is really coming together very nicely with these two correlations. The citrine and the lemon is definitely giving me a strong feeling and insight that this person definitely misses you, misses your light, misses the fact that you are the one that kept everything bright and fun. Your personality is very cheerful, very joyous. I'm picking up Sagittarius energy in the top prominent places of your birth chart, but we'll get more clarity with that as we move on with the reading. But he misses your energy so much. Also here with the Knight of Pentacles, this is physical energy. So he definitely feels as if your physicality, your aesthetics, he's very pleased or was very pleased with the way that you looked. I feel like he spoke on this a lot, but maybe in kind of like sarcastic ways. You are very gorgeous, as a matter of fact. But he did not want you to know how beautiful you truly are. And I feel like it's just because of his lack of, awareness of his own greatness, meaning that he had really, sensitive qualities when it came to his appearance. Although he did appear very strong and very like bold, but he had a bit of insecurities when it came to his looks. But he see you as this Knight of Pentacles energy. He feels as if you are definitely a reliable person. You were very reliable to him. He sees you as being like very hard working as well, very driven. That's how he feels about you, which is why there's definitely win-win energy for you. Because, see, you have goals. You are a very creative person and you have insight. You see yourself in a bright future. You see yourself doing really great things. And that's how he sees you as well. He doesn't speak on that, but that's definitely how he sees you. Let's get more insight. How does he feel? What is his current feelings and thoughts about you right now? And you have here the Five of Swords. Makes perfect sense. We just discussed the Knight of Pentacles. The Five of Swords energy is about an upheaval, a conflict, something that took place in the relationship. And Spirit gave us that insight at the beginning of the reading. Thank you, Spirit, for that wonderful confirmation. But specifically here with this Five of Swords energy, see, he's definitely, his thoughts on this energy is like this bully type of energy. There's a violence. Some sort of violence took place in the relationship. It could have been physical, mental, emotionally, or even financial abuse that did take place in this relationship. And those are the thoughts that he has now regarding the relationship. I feel as if though this guy is saying, to himself, about some aspects of the violence that he was in the right. This is someone that I don't think has owned up to his, responsibilities or is accountable for his actions at this moment. But let's get more insight. How does he currently feel and think about you? I also do want to point out this Five of Swords energy, just the swords energy, that air energy, communication energy, air. We are seeing here, we're seeing Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius in those top placements of that birth chart. Sun, moon, or rising, or even the Venus placements with the Pentacle energy. That is earth energy, Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. And it's very important that you recognize these energies, because these energies definitely could be in his top placements of the birth chart or your placements, the Sun, moon, or rising, Venus placements, or the 7th house of relationships. But let's get more insight. How does he currently feel about you? I want to tell you how I feel. Look at this card showing up, a synchronicity. Feel, and a feel is the title in this reading, the feelings. So this is definitely someone that does keep his feelings to himself. He's very closed off. He's the type of person that does shut down and doesn't really say how he really feels. If he says, excuse me, my voice is just really going somewhere today, but if he does say something, It's usually the opposite of how he really feels, although he will come off very nice, very charming sometimes. And I'm not trying to just, throw this person, under like the bus or anything like that. And that's metaphorically speaking. I'm not trying to point out, the negative qualities that he does possess, but it's true. Sometimes the things that he does say are usually the opposite of how he feels. So he cannot really tell you how he feels, but he wants to tell you how he really feels. But I do feel that this person does have, some compassion in his heart. I feel like he does have some love in his heart, but I feel like he feels that expressing, that tenderness side of himself is very weak. He feels like that's weak. And I don't know where he gets that from. Perhaps it comes from his childhood, but yes, he's very closed off in this way of communication. And I do love how this laid next to, I want to tell you how I feel, laid next to the Five of Swords, because the Five of Swords is representing communication. So that's a wonderful correlation there. Thank you, Spirit. Let's get more insight. How does he currently feel about you? Here it is. It's the Village. So with the Village energy, he definitely wishes that he had a stronger connection with you, a bond. And he knows that in order to create a bond, that he has to be vulnerable, but he's not willing to be vulnerable. He's not willing to be intimate because he feels that people are going to come to him anyway. They're going to be drawn to him. He feels like if he cuts himself off and stop talking, that people are going to think what's wrong with him and they're going to start calling him. This is a very strategic thinker. This person is definitely one that feels like you owe him something. That's really how he thinks. He feels as if you do owe him something. Although he took a great amount of your time, your space, and your energy, he is feeling like you're the one that owes him some sort of a reciprocity when it comes to like communication. But let's get more insight. How does he think and feel about you? Thank you, Spirit. And you have here the third house. So with the third house, this is definitely communication, the house of communication. And it rules over the sign of Gemini. And Spirit did give us the insight moments earlier about that Gemini energy. So yes, this is some very strong Gemini energy here in those placements of the birth chart that I did mention. So with the third house of communication and Gemini showing up here, this person is very intelligent. Gemini also is ruled by the planet Mercury, but it also rules over the planet Mercury, also rules over the sign of Virgo. So, and the third house is ruled by the planet Mercury. And I love how the third house of communication laid under the Knight of Pentacles, and that pentacle energy does represent that earth sign of Virgo. So this is all about communication, on how he definitely feels that you should really communicate with him. This is about siblings as well. I feel like he's estranged from his siblings. This is someone that does not talk to his siblings a lot. And so you're encouraged here to not take this person's energy personal. This is just who he is. He's not going to change. He's going to be like this for a while, unless he comes to a point in his life where he wants to change. No one can change him. No amount of, attention from you or from someone else will be able to change this person. It's totally up to them. But he's very aware of who he is. So let's get more insight. Thank you, Spirit. So what is his current thoughts and feelings about you? What is his current thoughts and feelings about you? And you have here the damsel. So see, with the damsel, that's like the damsel in distress. He really is full of himself. He thinks that, one day you're going to come running back to him, because sometimes I feel like you do reach out to him and you do, let's put the damsel here. I feel like you do reach out to him and you do connect him sometimes, only because, I feel like maybe you could have a stronger connection with him, like maybe a child, but there's some sort of bond that's keeping you connected to him. And it could be a trauma bond, being that the Five of Swords card did show up. It could be some sort of trauma bond, but it's not a strong trauma bond. It's actually less and less. It's just a very little bit. Maybe not trauma also. Maybe you have a child or something with this person. I feel like you're definitely over him. You're over him, but you're curious about his thoughts about you. So this person is definitely very full of himself. He feels like you will most likely come back to him. But see, I feel like you have an understanding, the nature of like a healthy, relationships. And that's how you're inspired, to rely solely on yourself. But at the same time, you want a healthy relationship with, anyone that has been in your life, not necessarily a physical relationship with them. You don't want to talk to them every day, but even like in your thoughts, you want your thoughts to be clean. You want your thoughts to be pure, even if there was some discord in the relationship. So I feel like that's where you're coming from when it comes to him. But he is definitely thinking like, yeah, one day she's going to come back to me. He feels that. So let's get more insight. Thank you, Spirit. What is his feelings and thoughts about you? And you have here the Tower card. Why did I feel like the Tower card was going to show up? Especially with the Five of Swords. Because the Tower card definitely is representing upheaval as well, which is why I set it next here to the Five of Swords. The Tower card. There was definitely some sort of discord in the relationship. And there was something that just happened that, made you realize your value, made you realize your self-worth. It made you put yourself in a higher standard, as you should. There was some sort of disgrace, something you found out. And you were like, you felt so totally, betrayed. And there was a disgrace. And you saw him in this disgraceful light, and which is seen here in the Tower card. And so what he's thinking about regarding this disgrace that took place is he's feeling ashamed. So this is the type of person that 1 minute he feels very ashamed. He's ridden with shame, because he was very secretive. And you found out some things later on in the relationship, and you brought those things to his attention, and he feels very disgraced about them. But at the same time, he feels entitled. So I'm picking up just a very strong narcissistic energy when it comes to this person. Okay, I told you I would tell you exactly how it comes out, and not leave anything out. But group 1, this does conclude your reading. I hope this reading does resonate with you and inspire you. If it does, please leave a comment below, because I do love reading your comments. They definitely warm my heart and they make my day. I am sending you lots of love and good energy. Hello, beautiful group 2, and welcome to your reading. I'm Clarity Bay. I'm a psychic tarot intuitive, and in your reading, I'm going to give you clear insight on what is his current thoughts and feelings about you. I am going to go into his emotions, let you know if he's planning any actions towards you. I will give you everything that Spirit gives to me and not leave anything out. Please take one moment to click that like and subscribe button. Hit that bell notification so that you do not miss an important video message. But let's get straight into your reading. So you are naturally drawn here to the candy jar. And with the candy jar and all the different colors, you have the blue, the red, the whites, and the yellows. This is about variety, a variety of energy. And this is very colorful and creative. So this is a wonderful choice for you. So interested to see what card you do have. And you have here the Knight of Swords, which is quite intriguing, because the Knight of Swords is about his mind. It's about how he is thinking. And so this correlates with the title of the reading. And specifically here, this is air energy, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, in the sun, moon, or rising, or even the Venus placements, or 7th house of relationships. This could represent his placements or your placements as a very strong confirmation here in this reading. But nevertheless, with this King of Swords energy, I can see that this person definitely is very intentional when it comes to you, and he's very strategic with his thought pattern. So although he appears to be laid back, lackadaisical, no, he's strategic. So when he's pulling back and pulling away from you and not talking to you, he's doing that on purpose, because he knows that the more he pulls back from you, the more you think about what is he doing? What is he thinking? What is he saying? So he's very strategic. So I just really want you to know that he's a huge mind player, okay? Let's get more insight. Thank you, Spirit. What's his current thoughts and feelings about you? What's his current thoughts and feelings? And you have here the Fool. So with the Fool energy, he's definitely wishing that he could have a new beginning with you, take a new chance on, getting closer to you. He's trying to figure out how to do it. And I do love how the Fool card came out immediately after the King of Swords, because he's really wondering, how do I get close to you? How do I get close to you? He's thinking about that all the time. And he's willing to take a chance at something, to chart a new path. I think he's thinking of something very creative to do to get your attention, so that you say, wow, I never thought he would do that. But that's really what he's thinking about. Let's get more insight. How does he think and feel about you currently? What is he thinking? What's going on? And you have here the Angelite Crystal. Support is all around you. So Spirit just wants you to know, because you have been feeling very uneasy with this person's energy, that Spirit wants you to know that you're guided, you're protected, and you are loved. So this person makes you feel very uneasy, very nervous, because of your relationship interactions with him. I feel like there has been some sort of, gaslighting, some sort of narcissistic abuse when it comes to this person. And you were always on your toes, feeling on edge with this individual here. But Spirit wants you to know that you're guided, you're protected, and you are loved, and that there is nothing, no weapon formed against you shall ever prosper. So Spirit wants you to know that with the Angelite Crystal card that did just come out, yes, there is support all around you. But let's continue with his thoughts and feelings. What is his thoughts and feelings about you? Thank you, Spirit. And you have here, I knew exactly what I was doing. You see, I told you he's very strategic. Thank you, Spirit, for this wonderful confirmation. He knew exactly what he was doing what he was saying, the actions that he was making. He knew all along. And you were thinking, does he know? Does he feel anything? Does he have compassion? Does he care about my feelings? Well, maybe it's because of the way his childhood was. That's what you were thinking. But no, this person knows his every move. And he knew what he was doing. He knows what he's doing. He knows what he's doing right now. Let's get more insight. Thank you, Spirit. How does he currently think and feel about you? What's going on? Thank you, Spirit. And you have here, Father. So with the Father card coming out, maybe this person is definitely a father or a father figure to someone. He also may be the father of your children or child. But nevertheless, this person definitely has a dictatorial, controlling, type of energy. He abuses his authority. So if he's a father or a grandfather, he abuses that authority a lot. Yes, I'm just so like, this person's energy is really just, he's very entitled. He feels entitled to you. He feels entitled to you, to the connection to you. He feels entitled to talk to you, to be a part of your life. Let's get more insight. He has a lot of nerve, especially because of his behavior. Don't give in, though. Keep your boundaries very strong. Let's get more insight. Thank you, Spirit. And you have here the Knight of Coins. And look at that. I love how the Knight of Coins laid naturally under the King of Swords, because the Knight of Coins energy is definitely earth energy. Taurus, Capricorn, and Virgo in those top placements of the birth chart that I did mention earlier. But the Knight of Coins energy is definitely, clearly tells me that he sees you as a very reliable person. He sees you as very hardworking. He knows that you were very loyal to him and the relationship. And so, again, he knew what he was doing. So this person, the games that he did play with you, he played them before. He has experience with manipulating, gaslighting, ghosting. This is who he is. So he's had this experience, and you're encouraged to not take this person's energy personally. This has nothing to do with you. This has everything to do with him. Let's get more insight. Thank you, Spirit. How does he currently feel about you? How does he currently think and feel about you? And you have here, South Node, the past. So yes, this is someone that definitely you are trying to put in the past. You're trying to let this person go. This is a relationship that has been over, a long time ago. Even if you do have to reach out to him and connect with him in some ways, the other part of this relationship is done. And he thinks about you a lot. He thinks about how, like, he can't believe that you are going to be a part of his past instead of a part of his present and the future. So he's really having to deal with the fact of how he made his bed, and now he does have to sleep with it. He's very upset that you put him in the past. He's not a part of your future plans, your dreams, your goals. He's wondering also, who are you talking to? Who are you dating? Where are you going? What are you, he's stalking your social media. This guy is definitely one that is definitely very nosy, and he has very strong prying eyes. He's looking in places that's none of his business, and he doesn't only do it with you, but he's in everybody's business, his relatives' business. He's just, that type of person. But let's get more insight. And that card just wanted to pop out. So look at this. An actual eye as the center of the card with the word animal. Can this be even any more clearer? Can this really be any more clearer? Thank you, Spirit. So he's stalking. He's stalking. He's, you were, before you met him, he had already played these games with others, and you were just the next person. Like, if it wasn't you, it would have been someone else. And I feel like you heard these words from him. But an animal, that sums it up. That really just, that's incredible, the way that card came out. Watching you, thinking about you all the time, wondering about what moves he can make. How can he convince you to see him different, to see him other than this animal, but it's not going to work because you already know you have a very high intuition as well. So your intuition now matches the physicality of what you have saw in him. And Spirit is encouraging you to go with that and to trust your intuition. He has not changed. Let's get more insight. How does he currently feel about you, and what's he thinking about you? Thank you, Spirit. I'm telling you, I just told you I would give you everything that comes to me. And sometimes these things, the most unpleasant characteristics of others may come out when we're doing a reading about them, but it's for your highest good. So here, the Hermit energy. So with the Hermit card coming out, he's thinking that you are definitely keeping up very strong boundaries, persistent boundaries, trying to not allow him to affect you. You have went into solitude. He feels as if you are healing. You are doing healing work. You are doing inner work. He feels as if definitely. Now, this person is not crazy. He's not crazy. He understands the spiritual realm, and he knows that you are guided and protected as well. But he feels like you are definitely closed off, and you are going into a solitude for more growth, for more spiritual illumination. He doesn't call it that because he does not think in that way, but he just knows that you are protecting your energy. You're protecting your spirit, mind, body, and soul, and he's aware of that. He doesn't like it at all. He doesn't respect it, and he doesn't like it, but he's very well aware of it. So this does conclude your reading. I hope this reading does resonate with you and inspire you. If it does, please leave a comment below because I do love reading your comments. They definitely warm my heart and make my day. I am sending you lots of love and good energy. Hello, beautiful group 3, and welcome to your reading. I'm Clarity Bay. I'm a psychic tarot intuitive, and in your reading, I'm going to give you clear insight on what's his current feelings and thoughts about you. I'm going to go deep into his emotions, and I'm going to tell you whether or not he has any sort of motives or actions towards you. I'm going to give you everything that Spirit gives to me and not leave anything out. Please take one moment to click that like and subscribe button. Hit that bell notification so that you do not miss an important video message. Let's get straight into your reading. So your energy, it naturally attracts you here to the dragon fruit, the dry dragon fruit candy. And this is a wonderful choice for you because it represents optimism, courage, beauty, and strength. So this is a wonderful choice. Let's see what card your energy attracts you to. And you have here the 4 of Wands. So with the 4 of Wands energy, this is fire energy, connectivity energy, and creativity. So I can clearly see here that he is very concerned whether or not you are celebrating and living your best life, whether or not you are connecting with friends or families. He's also very nosy and very concerned, like if you are uniting with someone or reuniting with someone from your past. He's just wondering what the heck you are doing, okay? He misses the connection with you, but at the same time, I am getting the vibe that this person is very he's very jealous, okay, when it comes to you. He wants to be the only one that could give you this feeling, this sensation, this high of elation. And he wants to be that person only, which is it's so silly because that's not how life works and that's not how connections work. But let's get more insight. How does he feel about you? How does he feel about you? What's his thoughts? And you have here the turquoise. So with the turquoise crystal, this is about prioritizing your health. So this message is specifically for you. Spirit wants you to focus on your mind, body, and spirit. Although this person does pop up into your frequency, Spirit wants you to continue the glow up that you are on. Continue taking care of yourself, drinking those green drinks, going on those walks, walking your dogs, going out into nature, wearing beautiful clothing, seeing yourself as beautiful. Stay with that glow up. Stay with prioritizing yourself. Because let me tell you something, this person here that you came to this reading about, this person is the opposite of you. He's not into really taking care of himself, although, you know, he'll act like he is because that's how you are. This is the type of person that would really try to be like you in a lot of ways. Some of your phrases, you know, he would say those phrases. Some of the things that you do, he would try to do those things. But this is a very confusing person. But Spirit wants you to prioritize your health, mind, body, and spirit. So let's get more into him. What is his current thoughts about you? Thoughts and feelings. And you have here the Ace of Wands. So with the Ace of Wands, yes, it's about your career. He's thinking about your career. What are you doing in your career? Are you traveling? Are you starting something new? He's wondering about what projects you're working on. Are you working with other people? Who are you connecting with? He's very concerned and worried about who you are hooking up with. This guy is a lot. Let's get more insight. Thank you, Spirit. What is his current thoughts and feelings about you? I am not available. So he feels as if you have turned away from him, that you are not available to contact him. He feels as if you are saying F him, literally, like he says. And I feel like he said this to you before, like he said, I feel like you're saying F me, you like F off. And yeah, you are doing that because you're taking care of yourself as you should put yourself first. So let's get more insight. What's his current thoughts and feelings about you? Thank you, Spirit. What's his current thoughts and feelings? And you have here, child wounded. So with child wounded, I can clearly see here that there's something that did go on in your childhood that you did express to him, but there's something that went on in his childhood as well that did cause some sort of trauma to him. So you are encouraged to send this person lots of love and white sparkly light because he was affected very deeply in his childhood, but that does not give him an excuse to be the way that he is. So you are to understand that. But he does blame all his dysfunctional relationships on his childhood wounds, you know, and he resists moving on through forgiveness, okay? But the way that he sees you, the flip side of this, and his thoughts and feelings about you are that, see, you are very awakened and you're very compassionate. And you have a desire to serve others, you know, even like wounded children. And you are open for the learning of, you know, the learning to the path of forgiveness. So he sees you in this way and he feels that about you, which is why you two were actually connected, you know, in the first place. That energetic connection was because of your childhoods. So let's get more insight. How does he currently feel and think about you? Thank you, Spirit. And you have here the World card. So with the World card, this is definitely about a completion. He is thinking that, yes, the relationship is completed. It's over. He doesn't want it to be. It's also about traveling. He's hoping that there could be some sort of movement where he can come towards you, where you guys can connect again, as seen here in the World card. But you know what? He feels as if you are. And You are educated when it comes to him, and that you have learned a lesson and many lessons with dealing with him. You have learned lessons about relationships in general so that you can teach relationships 101. Let's get more insight. What's his current connection about you? Feelings about you. And we got Libra. So, of course, Libra could be in the top placements of the birth chart, Sun, Moon, or Rising, Venus, as well as the 7th house of relationships. It can be in his placements, or it can be in your birth placements as well, as a confirmation here in this reading. But this is about balance. He's thinking that you are seeking balance in your life. You are seeking a more, creative, adventurous ways to go about your life. And he knows that you are very observant. Your eyes are wide open, especially when it comes to him. So he knows that he cannot pull the wool over your eyes. He cannot get any ish past you. He cannot gaslight you, manipulate you. He cannot do none of that anymore because you are wide open. I do want to go back here and point out the Wands energy. That Wands energy is that fire sign energy, Sagittarius, Aries, and Leo in those placements of the birth chart that I did mention earlier. And that could be a very strong confirmation here in your reading as well. Let's get more insight. What's his feelings and thoughts about you right now, currently? The underworld. That's quite interesting because the underworld card is about him wondering if you really know who he is. You found out some things about him recently that you are like, I kind of felt that. You felt like what you did find out was relevant. And he's just wondering, like, do you really know who he really is? And it's deeper than you could ever imagine. But you're encouraged not to seek. Do not seek, because Spirit sees all, and Spirit will avenge you. There's no information that you need to know that will affect your future if you point your focus in a positive way and away from any sort of discordant and negative people, places, or things. So yes, there's something about him that you found out that is very relevant. Let's get more insight. Thank you, Spirit. Very intriguing. Wow. What is his current thoughts and feelings about you? You have here the Knight of Swords. The Knight of Swords is definitely about how he's thinking, how he is communicating, how he wants to communicate. I can tell you what, with the Knight of Swords card showing up here in this reading, this person is very strategic with the way that he thinks, the way that he plans when it comes to you. Now, what's funny, he's not very strategic when it comes to himself and evolving in life. He's not. But when it comes to you, he's very strategic. So if he's pulling away from you, he's doing that so that you will come more towards him. If he's shutting off from you and being quiet, he's doing that so that you'll ask him what's wrong, what's going on. He wants you to wonder about him. So the Knight of Swords energy is definitely clearly telling me that he is definitely a fast talker. He's a fast talker, and he can talk a lot of people into anything. And he's the reason that you have decided to change your lifestyle for the better. And Spirit is encouraging you to continue that and to prioritize yourself as seen here with the turquoise crystal that did come out. But group of 3, this does conclude your reading. I hope this reading does resonate with you and inspire you. If it does, please leave a comment below because I do love reading your comments. They definitely warm my heart and they make my day. I am sending you lots of love and good energy.